Hello, I wanted to talk to you very quickly about the underwater photo controller. It's a really good tool. I'm not a deep sea diver. I don't do scuba diving, but I do go to aquariums and things of that nature. And I've talked actually about the muddy reduction, which is one of these four tools. It's under this underwater photo controller a little bit earlier in another video. But I do want to talk about it because it does work really well. This is a picture at the Toronto Ripley's Aquarium. As you can see, it's very green. This is straight out of the camera. Um, so there's a bunch of corrections here and some automatic ones. And I almost always just use the automatic ones, but I did want to show you what the other tools did. Water depth tends to move more of a green to magenta correction. So if you happen to know what the water depth is, you can set this. I don't know if this is in meters or feet. I just kind of drag it till things start looking good. Then there's this green to blue correction. So this image looks very green, so I can move it over and move it more towards the natural blue. Color restoration tends to work on the reds. If there's any reds in the image, it tends to make them brighter. And muddy restoration tends to take the kind of the tail of the histogram. If you look at the histogram up here, and just kind of move that last quarter tone without really affecting the rest of the histogram as much. So you might want to move that in and do something like that. But honestly, what I do almost all the time is instead of doing that, I'll just hit on this auto white balance, and it usually gets me pretty close. You see it set some color deflection and the water depth there. And I might even, I often find, let me take another example here. Let's see how this one is, right? Some stingrays, the aquarium, hit the auto button. It brings back a lot. I'll bring over the muddy deflection a little bit because it is a little washed out because of the particles in the water. And some of these, sometimes I find the water depth tends to move it a little too magenta, and so if that happens, you can kind of move it back. But it does a really great job. It's very simple to use. You click on the button, and it's almost like a brand new picture. This one does have a little bit of red. You might want to try bringing some of the color restoration back. It helps a little bit. So that's the underwater photo controller. Hope you found it informative. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the YouTube questions or comments area, or hit me up on Facebook. I'll be posting this to the Silkypix.us group. And have a good one.